Greetings and welcome. Now, you saw the title of the video. You know what I'm talking about today. I don't need to go into big detail about this. You've all seen the news. You've all seen what's unfolded. And what I'm more interested in talking about today is what I know no one will be talking about and what everyone should be talking about. We hear the same things, don't we? Every now and again, a big situation like this happens and the same talking points come out. Oh, you know, if only we had stop and search, this would have never have happened. If we had more bobbies on the beat, this would have never have happened. Just completely glossing over and completely ignoring the obvious reason why this keeps happening. This keeps happening because Britain is broken. This keeps happening because we don't invest in dealing with people with mental health problems. This man was obviously mentally ill. You don't do something like that unless you're mentally ill. And we have a country full of people mentally ill. Every day in Brighton, in the town centre, I see people dealing with mental health problems, self-medicating with whatever drugs they can get hold of, not actually being looked after by the state, just being forgotten. And not only the way we deal with mental illness, but also the fact that because this country is so broken, we exacerbate it. More people in poverty, more people coming from broken homes, more people dealing with trauma in their life, more people with upbringings of drugs and alcohol. It's all interlinked. Implementing stop and search is not going to stop things like this. You stop things like this by fixing Britain. And I know for a fact in Parliament today, all these pricks, they'll be up there going, oh, it's an absolute tragedy. My thoughts and prayers go to the victims and the families. It's absolutely tragic and we will do whatever we can to fix it. No, you won't. You won't do what needs to be done to fix it, because to fix it, you'd actually have to go, right, we need to properly invest in this country. We need to do something drastic to actually turn this country around. We need to start looking into taxing wealth, getting some serious money so we can actually properly tackle these problems. That's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. Governments need to actually start making drastic changes and putting a mirror up to policing in this country. Instead of just, oh, we'll have a few more bobbies on the beat, we'll start putting our hands in people's pockets with stop and search. People are like that. As long as you put a headline out there like that. No, actually take a serious look at policing in this country. Take a serious look at, you know, maybe it's not such a good idea to just hand the drug industry over to criminals to run, this multi-billion-pound industry. Maybe it's not the greatest idea to just leave that to criminals to run and then end up with gang violence every single day in our towns and cities as they're fighting over territory. The most vulnerable in society, the ones with the chronic mental health problems, are self-medicating and buying their drugs from these people, and God knows what they're buying, making them psychotic, making them... You know what I'm saying, man? Like, no one's prepared to actually make any sort of drastic change. We've had 15, 20 years of sticking plasters. As soon as something big happens, as soon as we have a big problem, let's just have a little headline. Maybe we'll implement stop and search. People will be happy with that. If you have a country full of people that are mentally ill, full of people that have fallen through the cracks because of poverty, full of people on the streets self-medicating, these things are going to happen. And as we've seen over the last 15, 20 years, because this country has progressively got worse, because austerity has substantially increased, because poverty has increased, because the wealth from the poorest to the richest has increased, these problems have increased. And we will see more of it unless we do something drastically to change it. And because the media, the talking points are not on these subjects, they're on stupid little sound bites, it leaves an echo chamber for the racists to come out. Because people aren't satisfied with the solutions that the government are coming out with, so they look elsewhere. And that leaves room for racists to start coming out and saying that this is a race thing, because of the pigmentation of this person's skin meant that they were more likely to do something like this. But it's just our country, man. Our country is broken. Our towns and cities are broken. People are living in poverty. People are living in despair. People are living through trauma. People are turning to drugs. People are turning to street drugs dealt by street criminals with all sorts of incredible side effects. Anyway, folks, I'd love your thoughts down below. Are we going to have an actual serious grown-up conversation about these things? or will it just be more talking points, more sticking plasters, and never actually getting to the meat of the problems? Till next time, take care.